Well, hi guys, Lance here from the Rocky Mountain Life channel. Beautiful morning, beautiful Colorado morning in a beautiful place. Look at this scenery. This is awesome. So I'm out here riding with Super Dave and his buddy Shannon, and we're gonna hit some trails. Now, I rode yesterday. That was my ride with Tori and Alex, Ferret Face. So I'm a little stiff and sore. I also really struggled yesterday on that ride, and crashed and just never felt balanced or set. And that was my first ride on these new tires, and kind of figured, as I mentioned in that video, if you didn't happen to watch it, I'll put it up here. Up here? I forget, but I'll put a link to that up there. It's just a little 6-minute video, but anyway, I finally decided that I think these new tires have stiffer sidewalls than what I had before, and so I can run them at a lower PSI. Initially yesterday I had them set to the same tire pressure I had run my old tires, and figured that was probably just a little bit too much. Aaron told me he runs 9 PSI in his front tires, but I'm quite a bit bigger than Aaron, so I'm always worried about it being too soft, me whacking and bending rims. But I used to run my front tire at 13. This is with tubes, by the way. I used to run it at 13 and the rear at 15, which is what I was doing yesterday, and I just could not feel planted. I just felt so off balance the whole day. So today we're going to do something a little different. I am running at 11 in the front and 13 in the rear, and I've only been out here for a couple minutes, but I think it's better. We'll see. Now, Super Dave is on his 2023 Beta RR Race Edition 302 stroke. Shannon is on a brand new 2024 Beta Cross Trainer. His first real ride on it. So he's pretty stoked about it, as I think I would be too. So I'm the only 4-stroke out here today. I was hoping to have a few more guys come out and join me. Sent out the invitations, and a couple of them hoped they'd be able to make it, but had work things come up. Brandon has a bad knee from a crash, so pretty sure that's what's kept him from being here today. And because Ferret Face Aaron rode with me yesterday, even though he's technically off work from his job, he owns A&M Moto Toys, so he's busy with the shop and got new bikes coming in and bikes to assemble for customers and all kinds of things. So it's just going to be the 3 of us today, it looks like, which is too bad, but understand, you got to work and earn your money so you can pay for these types of hobbies, unless you're independently wealthy and born with the money, but not me. Two strokes and a 4-stroke. I love my Beta 500 4-stroke. Don't get me wrong, I've said that before. It's a great bike, but it is a bit much for trail riding. It's got more power than I need. It's got more power than I can use. Other people can utilize it, but I lack the skill set to wring out all the power out of this thing. And it's in stock form. It hasn't been uncorked or remapped or anything like that. And it's still got more torque and power than I know how to manage fully. So it's more bike than I need. It's heavier than I would like for trail riding. Wears me out, and I'm old. So things that don't wear me out are getting to be more important to me than they used to be. I used to be young and fairly strong. I was never a very big guy. I mean, I was tall, but I was pretty thin when I was younger. But I was always pretty strong for how skinny I was. I was certainly no powerhouse, but I used to just be able to muscle my way through pretty much anything. You know, dirt bike on something a little heavy, no problem. Just muscle my way through it. Well, now the muscling makes me really tired. And that's what I noticed on this bike. This ATV trail like this one's not too bad. But when I get on a single track and do a little bit more muscling, I start to feel it for sure. So I daydream about something lighter. It'll happen someday. I just don't know when. I know I keep talking about it, but boy, yesterday on my ride with Fairface and Alex and Tori, it was a Wednesday. Today's Thursday. I have never seen so many riders out on a weekday like that. It was absolutely crawling of people. We were kind of at the north end of Rampart Range, and it was just guys everywhere, and a lot of ladies. Actually, we passed a sort of like a family group that about 6 or 8 riders, and looked like, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband wife teams. Saw several ladies on the bikes. It was great. And of course Tori was with us. But I'm not accustomed to it being that crowded. And when I unloaded my bike here this morning, there was a handful of other trucks. So there's people out here today. Yesterday was June 19th. I think they call that Juneteenth. Maybe it might also be Flag Day too. I can't remember now. But maybe that was wise. It was sort of like a holiday for a lot of people. But I don't know. I'm not used to dodging that many guys on the trail. Met a young man who was riding a new KLX 300, the dual sport version, kind of like what my buddy Steve has, and my friend Ron in Missouri has one as well. Asked him how he liked it, because it looked brand new, shiny, clean, not a scratch on it that I could see. And he's like, "Oh yeah, it's great, I just got it. I've only got 800 miles on it." I thought, wow, if you just got it, you've already put 800 miles on it, that's impressive. Means he's been riding it, which is great. So today's ride is going to be a mixture of this ATV stuff, but if I know Shannon and Dave, they're going to try and find me some single track. And when I get to that, I'll be sure to show you some of the more interesting parts, hopefully. That's if I remember to turn on the camera when we get to that point, right?